Happy Friday, Just Sayers. It's another episode of Just Sayin with Justin Martindale. I'm Justin Martindale. God, we have a lot in store for you this week. We have a guest coming on who is quite a mouthful. She'll be on the second half of the podcast. Her name is Sam Ramsdale, and you might know her as having the largest mouth gape in the world. I saw this girl on TikTok during the pandemic and was shocked, aghast, and shook by how big her mouth is. And she's in LA, and I was like, I have to have her on the podcast because we've got to feed this girl. I can't wait to see it in person, but she'll be on a little later. Producer John, good morning. How are you?
Morning. I'm below average today.
Below average. It is a big week here at the Comedy Store. We are gearing up for the 50th anniversary spectacular celebration, Jubilee. And there's a lot going on right now. Everyone's like Ryan Mervis is repainting names outside on the wall. Yeah. They're what is it called? They're jet spraying all the filth and grime.
We're cleaning the floor for the first time. We cleaned the carpets in the main room yesterday.
When was the last time y'all cleaned those carpets?
1972 when they opened.
Sick.
Yeah.
Gross. Yeah. And I'm surprised that's not, if we want to do a true Jackass sketch, they have to drink the carpet water of the main room floor. I mean,
there are a few people there that wouldn't survive that.
Good God. I mean, it's going to be a huge night. Indeed. Obviously, we're in the future, so this was last night. And we are going to have a full recap on next week's episode. I can't wait to tell you all that stuff. But it's kind of cool because I saw my picture in the hallway, which is very exciting. I haven't had that up ever, which I'm kind of like, why has it never been up there? And there's going to be like a who's who of legends, and
it's going to be a lot of who's who.
There's also going to be a lot of who's.
Yeah, I mean,
who are you?
I wouldn't know the mayor if she slapped me in the face. She'll be there.
I'm kind of freaking out because I honestly have nothing to wear, which is weird. I have to go shopping after this to find because also we're having a heat wave because it's like going to be 95 degrees like today, tomorrow, and like the next couple days. And I'm like, this building is black, so when it like heats up, it cooks.
Yeah.
And the AC takes forever to cool the building down. So I'm like, okay, I got it. I'm just going to go nude.
I wish I had known the weather before I bought a $500 suit. I mean, this is going to be the suit that I'm buried in. I don't do suits. And I mean, if I gain an ounce, I won't fit in it anymore. So yeah, I'm going to get buried in this thing.
Was that weird to know that? To be like, this is the suit I'm going to get buried in?
No, it was in the back of my mind. I'm like, I hope I don't get any bigger than this, and then I'm going to also be buried in this suit.
Yeah. Who gets buried anymore? Why are you getting buried? It's all about cremated. Why? Like, just get it done already. No one has time for you to rot in a corpsey, box. Anna Delvey, get out of here. I miss Anna Delvey, and I'm sad she's not on the show today, I know, but we have many, many stories.
I'm so drugged right now, by the way. Can I
just
tell you? So, I'm falling asleep, so I hope I stay away this episode. Have you ever had a dream and you wake up and you're mad at the person in the dream?
Every goddamn night.
Yeah. So I had a dream that I had a bad cold, and I woke up at 5 a.m. and I took Nyquil. And that shit doesn't kick in until 8 a.m., which is when I woke up to come here.
That's what happened to you.
I am dozing off. This was a bad thing.
Oh, you're like a teenager, drinking scissor.
I was like, oh my God, I'm sneezing again. This was in the dream. Oh my God, I'm sneezing again. Let me go get some more NyQuil. I walked into the kitchen, got some NyQuil. I'm going to fall asleep. This is countdown till I pass out today.
So that's what happened.
Yeah, it's been a morning.
Everyone's tired.
Yeah.
Everyone's exhausted. I had to send some gummies to New York yesterday for my friend because she's like, I'm out of my sleepy gummies. And I'm like, I'm on it. I got you, girl.
Yeah, but I don't just, she could go right into New Jersey.
Yeah, it's hard to sleep right now, but I will tell you this. I have a deal for everyone, all my listeners right now. I have partnered up with CozyEarth.com. You guys, I can't swear by this company enough. If you want to just sleep in comfort, I got the sheets, I got the comforter, I got the jogger pants, and you can too. These products have been on Oprah's favorite things list 4 years in a row. They're temperature adjusting. They're made out of bamboo fabric. They're breathable. They're warm. They're cold. They're so luxurious. They feel like liquid water on your body. And if you go to CozyEarth.com right now and put in code 40Justin, that's 40Justin, you will get 40% off your final order. That is a deal. And people have been DMing me saying, thank you, my God, these are the best. So I'm not lying. If I really like something, I'm going to promote it. And you're welcome. That's all I have to say. So watch this podcast when it comes out on Monday in your Cozy Earths. Again, thank you for listening to the last couple of episodes, and thanks for watching. We've got a whole bunch of new listeners and subscribers on the visual podcast. But yes, Cozy Earth, 40Justin is your promo code. You're welcome. Now let's get into some news. All right. This morning, we're actually filming this pretty early. I woke up. Producer John slammed some Nyquil, and we're opposites attract. What can I say? And I went to Starbucks like a lot of people do. And I went to the Starbucks, which used to be a Coffee Bean on Sunset. So I wonder if like listeners, like I feel like Hollywood Starbuckses are like really more different than other Starbuckses. Am I saying it right? Starbuckses? Starbucks I don't know. Anyways, I don't know what the plural of Starbucks is. And I went in there and it was a goddamn rave. Like there was a full-on party happening at the Starbucks. Now I need very limited human interaction in the morning, especially before I have my coffee. Like I'm that bitch with the coffee mug and it's like, but first coffee. That's me. And I own it. I am that woman. But this was intense. It's just a lot of like tongs being thrown around, and there was like some employee just whistling, just full whistling.
I would have been in jail for murder.
Oh my God. And it's a small Starbucks, so everything's echoing. And then there's like one that's just like, yes, like just like full, like, yes. Like, gay pride is every day. Just, yes, mama, house boots down. And I'm like, it is fucking 9 a.m. Just, God, get me through this. Don't make me kill again. So I finally got my coffee. Everything's fine. But it made me think about, like, years ago, when it was a Coffee Bean, there was a guy who worked there. And if you're in Hollywood, maybe you remember this guy, who was very, I think he had Tourette's, but I think he had gay Tourette's. And gay Tourette's is very different from normal Tourette's, where like normal Tourette's is like, shit, balls, hairy sack, you know?
That sounds like gay Tourette's too.
What's that?
I mean, if you're screaming balls, that might be gay Tourette's too.
That's true too. I know. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Shit. Yeah. Now I'm going to get canceled for making fun of Tourette's.
Yep.
Whatever. It's morning. And Friday. I don't care. But no, there was a guy there that worked there who had gay Tourette's. So every now and then it'd get quiet, and then you'd hear him just go, okay. But no one said anything. And it all of a sudden be like, okay. Okay. And it was like the most annoying thing. That I was like, if I had to work with this guy, I'd be like, it's not okay, and then just like, you know, slam his head down on the counter, and then I'd lose my job. But anyways, speaking of baristas, this story I think was discussed this week, but it was not discussed enough. So after the Oscars, Lady Gaga, which by the way, Lady Gaga got the Saint of the Night award. She was also at the Grammys this past week, which, did you watch the Grammys?
No.
I don't think anyone did.
I was at goddamn Comedy Jam.
Yeah. I don't think anyone watched the Grammys. I think it was like, okay, Olivia Rodrigo won 3. She broke 1, like Taylor Swift. There was no, like, originality, like Dua Lipa. She's on my shirt this morning. But Dua Lipa and Megan Thee Stallion had, like, this weird fun, like, Versace moment, and everyone was comparing it to Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. back in the day with the same sort of outfit. And I was like, okay, well, cool. That's been done. But like, there was no like original moments. Like I said, Olivia Rodrigo dropped her award, which Taylor Swift did back in the day. And then there was just, it wasn't like, I think like Doja Cat had to pee and she was like, oh, I had to pee. It was just weird. BTS opened the Grammys and I was like, not for me.
They needed the Foo Fighters.
I'm at that age now where I'm like, who? Like, I don't.
I think the Foo Fighters would have amped it up a little bit if they didn't have to I mean, obviously they canceled, but
I know.
That would have been an interesting tribute performance, probably next year.
Well, yeah, they'll be on next year. And Billie Eilish did wear a shirt with Taylor on the front, and so there was a little tribute. But Lady Gaga, she was helping SZA up on stage with her dress. She had crutches, and she had her nice little Tony Bennett moment without Tony Bennett because he's fading fast. But this story was the one where Lady Gaga was seen after the Oscars, and she ran into who else? Caitlyn Jenner. Wow. I just happen to be in the area. Oh, God damn it, Caitlyn. So Caitlyn then goes up to Lady Gaga, and she crosses paths with her outside of the Elton John AIDS Foundation's 30th Annual Academy Awards viewing party, and brought up the fact that she had not seen Lady Gaga at their local Starbucks in quite some time. Are you spending time around Malibu anymore? Jenner, 72, asked in a video shared by journalist Baman Kalbazi, sure. To which Gaga said, yes. When the former Olympian mentioned, well, I haven't seen you at the Starbucks in a while, the singer, who was disgusted, made a facial expression, said, well, I've switched baristas, before walking away, hoping to never have to run into Jenner again. Now, this is kind of amazing. Just the fact, I wish one day I could say I've switched baristas. I'm sorry, I switched baristas, which is now iconically known as the new I don't know her, which Mariah Carey said to Jennifer Lopez, if you've been living under, a hard rock that is encapsulating a demon from 1,000 years ago. Now, I've switched baristas is definitely should be the new Live, Laugh, Love. I think, first of all, Caitlyn Jenner, this just makes it a little more creepier because if someone came up to me and was like, well, I haven't seen you at Starbucks, Justin. Where have you been? I'd be like, hi, what do you want from me? Well, I just noticed you weren't there. I was getting concerned. You didn't order your venti with coconut milk with a splash of agave. No, not agave. Sorry, my bad. I forget. You like the liquid sugar cane. Like, if you knew my order, like I'm going to mace you. But I do remember that Lady Gaga had big beef with Caitlyn Jenner. Lady beef. Ew. With Jenner because of obviously Jenner's take on trans rights. And it's just so weird. Like, Caitlyn Jenner is just so fucking bizarre to me because it's like, trans lives matter, but they don't. Because I was the first. I was the first trans woman on the cover of Vanity Fair. It's all about me. Nah. Get in my car. Let's go hit some people. God. So I think the new I don't know her is I've switched baristas. And I'm going to say that even if I don't have a coffee or even need a coffee, and if someone's bothering me, I'm going to be like, I'm sorry. I switched baristas. So I say good on Lady Gaga. And we'll talk a little bit more about Lady Gaga later on. But I think that's a great way to start the morning with a little bit of coffee. And something that, terrifies me that was shocking. If I didn't need my coffee this morning, I could have easily pulled up this video. It's Madonna's TikTok video. It's so weird. So we went from I switched baristas to I switched my whole damn face. Fans of Madonna were very puzzled on Sunday morning following, right before the Grammys. God, there's too many awards. Following Madonna's latest TikTok. The 63-year-old posted a 13-second clip just before 2022 Grammys on Sunday. And she was wearing silver chains, black sheer top with her blonde hair and 4 braids. She looked like a prolapsed asshole. That I'm saying it. I'm sorry. I love Madonna. We've talked about her on this podcast before. She has officially lost her mind. I don't know what it is. Clearly, I think she's stoned because Madonna's cool now. She smokes marijuana. And if she doesn't, she needs to come up with a strain called Maradona. Maradona. There you go. Stop doing this shit. Stop doing TikTok. She looks like a Bratz doll fucked a whale's anus.
That's very specific.
I know. It's terrifying. Like this is what my sleep demon looks like. This is like where it's like 3:00 in the morning, the witching hour has approached, and I'm like, I think something's sitting at the end of my bed. I know something's sitting at the end of my bed. I know I'm not gonna open my eyes, but you know what? I gotta. What's there? That Madonna with full Pennywise teeth. That's what needs to happen. You know the Reface app? They need to put Madonna in the sewer on Pennywise's body. Hello, Georgie. We all float down here, Georgie. You want a boat? You want a boat, Georgie? We are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. Oh, my God. Are you Madonna or Pennywise? What's the difference? Oh, my God. I love the comments. People say, this honestly scared me. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to remember how fabulous she was in the 90s. She was an icon. She still is an icon. I loved Madonna since I was little. Huge fan, but this is too much. I've loved Madonna since I was little. I'm a huge fan. I love her, but this is a hard pass. What has she done to herself? Oh... They are photoshopped. Like some people are like, oh, I think she's photoshopped. And I'm like, yes, she is photoshopped because if you look at her, she looks like a Bratz doll, but she's had a lot of surgery. And I just think she was stoned. And like a lot of stoned grandmas do, they get on TikTok and look scary. So it's a little unsettling. I posted a video of myself making fun of it on my Instagram. I had one guy who was like, how dare you? She's done so much. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not bashing her for like what she has done. Like it's just a scary TikTok. If I made a scary TikTok or a scary video and people are like, wow, look at Justin Martindale. He's lost his damn mind. Sure, go for it. But I haven't.
That's like people like trying to conflate like OJ, his success in football, and then like his murder.
Oh yeah, and we'll get into OJ in a
little bit.
Look
at what he's done in football. Yeah, but he also cut people's heads off.
Allegedly.
We don't want to get sued by OJ. He'll do it.
Allegedly is the new. That is correct, or is it? I love it when people say allegedly. I got so fucked up last night that I like. Shit on a taxi cab, allegedly. Allegedly. I might have passed out in the bushes and woke up this morning with a possum on my head. Allegedly. So yes, I just feel like Madonna, here's the thing. I think that like she needs to age gracefully. I said this, but also like, I think it's like a sad attempt of staying relevant because she doesn't have any music coming out, or maybe she's working on something. I don't know. But I just feel like it's like, yes, it's getting people to talk about her, but not in a good way. I'm sorry about it. I'm a huge Madonna fan, but like, girl, get it together. Stop. Just be cool Madonna. Yeah. Be 60-year-old Madonna. I don't need like Nana humping the table. Ugh. Anyways, if Madonna on TikTok won't kill you in your sleep, then good news, something will. And I found this article from the New York Post. And I feel like there's a lot of probiotics, everyone's promoting gut health. being regular, little fiber, some psyllium husk. But if that's not doing the trick to keep you regular and balanced, good news, we are all eating a credit card's worth of plastic a week. That's right. We are eating a lot of plastic every week, the size of a credit card, to be exact. Globally, humans are ingesting an average of 5 grams of plastic every week, the equivalent of a credit card, a new study suggests. The plastic contamination comes from microplastics, particles smaller than 5 millimeters, which are making their way into our food, drinking water, and even the air. I mean, if there's not a day without a Vanessa Carlton reference, are we even alive? Nope. Around the world, people ingest an average of around 2,000 microplastic particles a week, according to the study by the University of Newcastle in Australia. These particles can originate from a variety of sources, including artificial clothes fibers, microbeads found in some toothpaste, or even bigger pieces of plastic which gradually break into smaller pieces when they're thrown away and exposed to the elements. They make their way into our rivers and oceans and can be eaten by fish and other marine animals, ending up as part of the food chain. Microplastics have been found in many everyday foods and drinks such as water, beer, shellfish, and salt. So, yeah. We're dumping plastic into the oceans. The fish are eating it, and then we're eating the fish. So this is a global, problem? Yeah, it's a global problem. If we don't clean it up, we're going to just be shitting plastic. The largest source of plastic ingestion is drinking water, which reviews 52 existing studies to estimate plastic ingestion around the world. It found that the average person consumes as many as 1,769 particles of plastic every week just by drinking water bottled or from the tap. God.
So there's no escape.
There's no escape. I mean, have you seen those videos of like just the trash ocean? There's like just a heap of trash in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah. It's not nice. Not nice to look at.
Shellfish, which I love. The cockroaches of the sea. It's the second biggest source of plastic ingestion, with the average person consuming as many as 182 microparticles. Oh, it's because shellfish. Oh no, we got a pop up. Okay. Because shellfish are eaten whole, including their digestive system, after a life in plastic polluted seas. I mean, so these are microfibers. It's not a Brita. You can't like filter this shit out.
Probably not.
You know what this is? This is the turtle's revenge. Remember the straws?
Yep. I'm just glad we're wasting our resources on making tortilla chip machines for Chipotle.
Wait, tortilla what?
The
tortilla robot? Yeah, I know, right?
Like that's where our technology and resources are going to.
Oh. I mean, I hate straws. Don't get me wrong. Now, here's the thing. There was the whole phenomenon about, like, we got to stop. Oh, and this is a plastic straw.
The best kind.
Ooh, God. Starbucks is not messing around. Because remember there was, like, that video of, like, the turtle, and it had a straw in its nose, and, like, they pulled it out. I mean, it was awful. It was so sad. And then all of a sudden, Starbucks was just like, you know what? Paper straws are in. And paper straws, if you drink from a paper straw, no one likes you. You are alone in the world. That is a mushy piece of shit. I don't believe in it. I've switched baristas. Officially. If you have paper straws, I'm switching baristas. And I will call a manager. Okay. But yeah, talk about then they went to like a different fiber of straw. And then now this morning they were like, "Oh, you want a straw with your coffee?" Like it's like black market, like underground speakeasy. Yeah. They're like, "Do you want a straw? Come on." Just drink.
They ask you that at my coffee place. They don't ask you. You have to ask them. Hey, can I have a straw for this? Yeah, and then they look at you like disgusting.
They're like, "Hey, psst, you look familiar. You want a straw?" Do I? But yeah, no. What were you saying about the did you mention the global war, like all the things that could be dealt with right now?
Yeah, there's a million things that need to be handled, and we're using the technology for Elon Musk. I guess Elon Musk is doing the electric cars, but...
Well, hopefully. But also, like, I went to my friend's house. They're expecting a baby in May, right before Mother's Day, which, you know what a great gift for mom is? Cozy Earth.
Plastic straws.
40 Justin. Get your mom some sheets or pajamas. There you go. But my friend Steve was telling me about, did you know there was like 68 degrees in Antarctica like the other day?
That sounds very high for Antarctica.
It's very high. Are you kidding me? Those penguins were in Speedos. Those gay penguins were in Speedos. Or just at the nude beach. And we had like a solar flare, and they were like, you want to see the Aurora Borealis in New Mexico? I'm like, that's too low. Too low, Aurora Borealis. So, you know who our savior is during this global meltdown? Is my hero, Pulitzer Prize nominee, Greta Thunberg, who has been an advocate for climate change. She is one of the most respected young voices in climate change and global awareness. Well, guess what? This week she was nearly ran over. If we can't protect Greta Thunberg, what are we doing? Now, the story, I know I'm not laughing that she was almost run over. It was just what the situation scenario was. Oh, she was almost run over by Alexander Skarsgard, whose brother played Pennywise the Clown, who was portrayed by Madonna. See how it all comes full circle? That's what we're saying on Just Sayin. It all comes full circle. So Alexander Skarsgard admitted that he nearly ran over Greta Thunberg while riding his bike. Of course, a bike. Yeah. God, the irony.
Oh,
we're trying to save the world from emissions, carbon monoxide. So Alexander's like, you know what? I'm going to protect the globe doing my part. I'm going to ride a bike, and almost runs over poor little Greta Thunberg through a recent protest. God, not during a protest.
It gets progressively worse. Yeah.
What are you doing, Alexander? So Skarsgard briefly described the close call in which he almost hit the 19-year-old climate activist in a recent interview with the UK Times. I nearly ran over Greta Thunberg. That's what I would say. Skarsgard declared, she's how we sell our country now. He added to his fellow Swedish patriot who has been nominated 3 times for the Nobel Peace Prize. Sorry, I said Pulitzer. Yeah, whatever. It's the only peace prize I could pop up in my head. Nobel Peace Prize. And I almost hit her with my bike. In a cheeky nod to his latest role in The Northman, starring AMC icon Nicole Kidman, Skarsgård quipped, Greta is like a modern-day Viking. Okay, Alexander, calm down. And like Greta, the Vikings refused to fly. What? No, if you hit her with your bike, she would have flown through the air. That's what would have happened. Now, Thunberg has been known to use air travel for her many global appearances, though she famously took a racing yacht with no toilet or shower. Gross. To reach the U.S. in 2019 before taking a part in the United Nations summit. So, yes, she's been protesting the fossil fuel industry. Meanwhile, Skarsgård appears in the upcoming Viking epic The Northman. I just love how this is the end of the article, because it says the film sees the ripped Scandinavian actor as a blonde bearded warrior who goes on psychedelic drug-fueled raids to destroy Slavic communities as he seeks to avenge his murdered father. I'm in. Psychedelic drug-fueled raided Vikings? Yes. But don't run over Greta Thunberg. And you know what's weird? There's actually audio of that happen, like when that incident happened. So let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Oh, yeah, here it is. Let me see. Let me get my phone. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Kid, get out of the way. Oh, God. I'm so sorry.
How dare you? How dare you almost run me over? I've been in the woods trying to protest climate change, and you nearly run me over with your bike of the Vikings. How dare you? I put a Viking curse on your small, insignificant, tiny penis, which is very in trend right now.
Wow, Greta. Notice how Greta Thunberg sounds like, she sounds like do you remember the movie Legend with Tom Cruise? Do you remember that?
Nope.
Is that a weird reference?
Yeah, it is.
So Tom Cruise's first movie, he was in a movie called Legend, where Tim Curry played like this weird devil man. It like scared the shit out of me as a kid. But there was this like little like elf child that lived in the woods that like followed Tom Cruise around, and he like warned Tom Cruise of like don't touch a unicorn because it'll like be cursed, whatever. That's Greta Thunberg to me. Like,
don't touch the unicorn, Jack. No.
It's that like little forest goblin, Greta Thunberg. But I'm glad she's okay. But be careful when you were driving in Sweden. Make sure that's a speed bump you're hitting and not Greta Thunberg. And you know the irony would be is like if you actually like went to an IKEA and actually trampled Greta Thunberg, that would be awful too.
Yeah.
How dare you? I'm trying to order my new Flugenflogen from IKEA. And you ran me over with your shopping cart.
But we're going to go from old Vikings to woke grandparents. I love this story. Sydney Sweeney, who I think is the hottest Hollywood starlet right now. You've seen her on Euphoria. She's been in a whole number of shows. She was on White Lotus. She is one of the best moments of Euphoria, hands down. But here's the thing. She could have probably given her grandparents a heads up that the show is a little raw, a little racy. She recently went on the Ellen DeGeneres show. She said, so the premiere, I invited my entire family, which, damn, girl. Have you seen Euphoria?
I saw the first episode of the latest season. There were a lot of dicks. I would have liked to be warned, too, if we're going to be honest.
Oh, wait, you saw the first episode of the first season?
No, the first episode of this last season, the newest season, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Dicks everywhere.
Dicks are in, man.
Yeah.
There's a show right now I'm watching on HBO Max called The Minx, which is really, really fun. It's about this woman who publishes the first like erotic male magazine for like feminism and stuff, like to be like, we're gonna objectify men, which yes, objectify men. Men are pigs. Show them. So lots of dicks on HBO Max right now, and I think it's great. Good for that. I'm tired. You know, women have had their run. It's time for men to be like, show me the dong. Let's see it. See it. What do you got? So she invited her whole family. Now, Euphoria is definitely like, it's a lot. There's a lot of issues that they cover. Addiction, mental illness. There's violence. It's a lot. So Sydney's like, you know what? I'm bringing my whole family. This sounds like a family fun-filled event. So she brought her parents, her uncles, her grandparents, and she said, it's the Hollywood premiere. You got to come. We were all sitting next to each other in a giant screen, like this ginormous screen, and she was on the floor. When DeGeneres asked why she didn't warn her family, Sweeney practically shouted, I wasn't thinking. I was so excited. Oh, okay. Thankfully, it sounds like they took it pretty well. Sweeney says her family's reaction, including her grandparents, was to tell her she had the best tits in Hollywood. I mean, now that is a grandparent's love. And I will only hear a grandparent say it like an old 1930s creep. That's all I want. Oh, yeah, you're fading out, John. Look at you. Oh, his eyes are closing. DeGeneres' camera operators found Sweeney's grandma in the crowd giving an affirming thumbs up. Which I guess grandma was like, yeah, she got them from me. She got them fun bags from me. Sweeney explained that her whole family is super supportive. My parents and my family, they're really proud, and they've been sending me pictures. What kind of pictures? Like nudes? Every time they go to a store or the airport and they see my magazine, they cover the entire magazine rack with my cover. So you walk by and it's just Sydney Cosmo. Oh, so she says, we love the positivity. After all, it's her body. And she's explicitly stated that Euphoria isn't a project where she's felt pressure to show more than necessary. Now, that is true because the creator, Sam Levinson, There was an article not too long ago where Sydney Sweeney is like, hey, I don't think I need to be topless in this scene. And they've like agreed to it. There are moments where Cassie was supposed to be shirtless and she would tell Sam, I don't really think that's necessary. And he was like, okay, we don't need it. So yes, Sweeney also isn't here for double standards about male and female on-screen nudity. And it sounds like her family has her back as well as her front.
I think that creator's we're gonna find out some stuff about him in the near future. Allegedly.
Yes.
He's a creep, allegedly.
Well, that's the thing, because it is weird because he has definitely like produced and directed and written. Like he's like one of those guys who like does the episodes, like all the episodes. But there are moments when I'm watching Euphoria where I'm just kind of like, does this need to be in here? And I've also asked myself, like, who is this for?
Yeah, there's no.
Because these are supposed to be like high school kids.
I would have loved to be there for the. Yeah, not a high. I was going to say not a high school I went to, but we spoke about Horn Dog High. It was a high school I went to.
Yeah.
I was curious what the pitch meeting was like. Like, what demographic is this? Is it high school kids?
Yeah, they're high school kids.
Place.
But there's an actress called Barbie Ferreira, I think is her name. I hope I got that name right. But she's on the show, and she she's a Fuller girl, and like there have been like rumors that she's like stormed off the set, like she's been in fights with Sam Levinson, and it's just been like, they're saying that she's like a little problematic, but also she's saying that like, he's like a hard guy to work with. Whatever. They've been picked up for season 3. They're fine, but I love a supportive grandparents, and that's what this is what I wanted. I want to support my grandparents. I'm sorry, I want to support Madonna, the way. Without being creepy. Like, Madonna, lay off the face filters. But here's something, going from Sydney supportive grandparents to, hey, let's not scare your grandparents. O.J. Simpson. Good God. O.J. Simpson is out here slaying the white girls. A viral TikTok shows a group of young women waking up O.J. Simpson in bed, sparking confusion. Now, I saw this story, and I was like, God damn it, not O.J. Simpson. Now, I think O.J. recently made a comment about the Will Smith slap, which is just exhausting.
It was gold.
Right, but I feel like O.J. Simpson just shows up. He's like Groundhog Day. Like, he shows up he's like the McRib.
Have you ever seen, anytime he tweets on Twitter, it's just a whole list of allegedly murder puns. So he'll start off his TikToks with, a lot of people are asking me. It's like, no, they're probably shouting murderer in the street, allegedly.
See, that's my thing. When you start your social media post with, a lot of people have been asking me, that's a cry for help.
Yeah, it is.
That means no one's been asking you. Britney Spears did the same thing. A lot of you guys are asking me. No, we're not. No one's asking. No one's asking O.J. Simpson. Like, a lot of guys have been hitting me up. No, they have not.
Yeah, O.J., can I have your take on violence? I'd really love to know what you think about what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, do you have any Ginsu knives that you're selling? So this TikTok...
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Do you have any knives that can cut open a can or a white woman on her steps? This TikTok, which has over 439,500 views, was posted this week by Andrew Silverman. And it says he's a former baseball player from the University of Miami. Sure, allegedly. And the owner of sports memorabilia company Icon Auction and Events based in Fort Lauderdale. This video, filmed by an unknown man, presumably Silverman, shows a bunch of young women going into a room where O.J. Simpson is sleeping, yelling and making noise to try to get him to wake up. Let's go! It's party time in the house! The man filming the video shouts, "It's time! Let's get up! Let's get up! Let's wake up OJ at 1 a.m.!" Silverman captioned the video. Now, if we go down, let's see. Simpson's a former football player known for his acquittal of the murders of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman in 1994. He wrote a book called If I Did It, which it should have just been called Allegedly, and how he would have committed the murders. The viral TikTok sparked controversy in its comments section. Some users were shocked the women partied with Simpson despite his notoriety. One user said, damn, y'all took a huge risk. They were born in 2000 and haven't been told. Others found the video funny and made jokes at the women's expense. Gonna have a killer time, one user joked. OJ's still out here slaying white girls. Another video posted in February on the user's account showed the pair joking around at what appears to be a bar. So OJ's definitely making his rounds, and he's trying to stay relevant, but I don't understand why he's with these young girls. This is not good. See, this is me at the Starbucks this morning. Like, I'm in the Starbucks before my coffee, and there's banging and whistling and like, okay, and yes, Glenn. And I'm like, I'm going, oh, God, I can't. Oh, God, here it happens. Imagine being OJ. Maybe if you're in the middle of a night terror, maybe, you know, you're dreaming of Madonna's TikTok, and then all of a sudden these fucking 5 Stacys from, like, Fort Lauderdale run into your bedroom at 1 o'clock in the morning, turn on your lights, and they're like, OJ, come on, get up, daddy. Yeah. Spring break. You know he's got a knife under his pillow. It's so awful. I mean, these girls, and I hate saying like, well, they were asking for it. She's got the biggest tits in Hollywood. No, I feel like this is like those final girls in every horror film. Like we'll say like a Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween. We'll say a Neve Campbell in Scream. This is them going to Michael Myers and Ghostface's house and being like, come on, let's slumber party, pillow fight, you know, and they're just like, you know what you're getting into. This cannot be good for either of them. And if you're these girls' parents, tell them who the fuck O.J. Simpson is.
It would be funny if I have OJ in my house, there's a good chance I'm playing Truth or Dare with some people that are there. I think that would be a great dare. I dare you to go wake up OJ. That's kind of amazing.
Go hook up with OJ?
No, wake him up.
Ugh.
I dare you to go in there and wake up OJ Simpson, especially if they don't know what he did.
God.
What a fun time.
That sounds terrifying. And Truth would be like, did you kill Nicole Brown Simpson? Like, just get it right out of the gate. Oh, all right. And finally, if O.J. Simpson doesn't scare you, maybe flying Southwest Airlines will. As someone who will be flying to Tempe this weekend with Heather McDonald, we're redoing our shows when she passed out on stage. And, yeah, we're redoing those. I will have a chaise lounge in the wings for her and a helmet. But, yeah, I got to fly on Southwest. This story, it's making the rounds, and if you haven't heard, get into it because I think it's very bizarre. A Southwest Airlines passenger has been arrested for masturbating 4 times in one flight. That's right, you heard. A criminal complaint has alleged that shortly after the plane began its journey, this man lowered his pants and masturbated at least 4 times while sitting next to a female passenger. The man's name is something McGarity, was seated in seat 11F, and the female witness was seated in 11E. So middle seat. So she's in a middle seat, he's in like a window seat. Shortly after taking off and while the aircraft was in the air, McGarity exposed himself by pulling down his pants and shorts and began masturbating. When McGarity was sleeping, the female passenger took photos of the man with his pants down, according to the complaint. Now, here's where it gets weird. If you've ever flown Southwest, you have to pick your seats. So she saw this man and was like, okay, he seems decent. And then right before you're about to take off, this guy whips it out and masturbates 4 times, and she's just sitting there taking it. Not like that, but but like she didn't really say anything. But then, do we have anything further down?
That's what she asked.
Okay, here we go. So the complaint alleges that the female passenger informed flight attendants of the situation, ultimately prompting them to change her seat. Once the plane arrived, Phoenix police officers questioned the woman who said McGarity masturbated in front of her on 4 separate occasions, using both his left and right hands. That's impressive.
It's 4 hours. You're gonna
4
hours?
hours?
It's 2 hours for jerkings. So
As McGarity spoke with the FBI agents, he reportedly admitted to touching himself. Okay, so then this article came out this morning because I think everyone's kind of like, so she sat there, let this guy jerk off in front of her, and then he passed out because he jerked off for 4 hours, and then she took pictures of him.
yeah,
Is that wrong to do?
I would think so.
Or is it like evidence? Because I mean, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
my thing is, if I had to, if you tell a flight attendant they move your seat and then you file a complaint, I think they're going to believe you. I don't think that's something that you're going to make up.
no. There's definitely, we believe victims on this podcast. But here's the story. So this came out really, really recent. This is the criminal complaint that he exposed his penis by pulling down his pants and shorts and proceeded to masturbate during the first hour of the flight and then licked a white substance from his fingers after ejaculating. Ooh. She snapped photos of the incident and said he continued for an hour before falling asleep. After a flight attendant was informed about the act, he was arrested in Phoenix. The man told the FBI that he asked the woman if she minded if he masturbated. That's very Louis C.K. of him.
Yeah, that was
very Louis C.K. of him. And she reportedly threw her hands in the air and then responded, it doesn't really matter. The man then called her response kind of kinky and thought she was comfortable with him pleasing himself.
Okay, I'm not going to blame the woman, but it doesn't really matter. There's a lot of syllables. A simple no would have been great.
That's what I'm saying. Do you mind if I continue to masturbate in front of you? It doesn't really matter.
It wasn't a yes, but it definitely wasn't a no.
Yeah, was Madonna sitting next to him? Because that's the Madonna response. I'm 63, I'll hump anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Yes, it does matter.
It kind of matters.
Hey, you're on a Southwest middle seat. Good God, if there's hell, it's right there.
How do you jerk off 4 times without being told to stop by anybody? I can't pull my mask down to inhale on the plane. So.
And this guy's pulling his pants down.
I know. I don't know how it even happened.
You know why? Because there's also a video that went around this week of the Southwest flight attendant where they were like on like a terminal. They were being taxied and they've been on the ground for a while, and they had a toilet paper race down the aisles, and they're like, let's see who can get the toilet paper down to the back of the plane. Let's stop having toilet paper races and check to see if people are jerking off on your planes.
Yeah, is Southwest trying to be the fun plane? Because that's not going to work out. You're on a plane.
What's Southwest? Do they have like a tagline? Southwest, jerk off with us.
Southwest, we're awful. I've heard worse things than people jerking off on the plane, but this is pretty bad. Southwest is not known for the customer experience.
I'm sorry, it's just very bizarre to me. I just feel like this woman is sitting in the middle seat on a plane. It's a 4-hour flight, sure, or he jerked off 4 times.
He jerked off 4 times. I think it's like maybe a 2 to 3 hour flight.
So I'm going to put myself in this situation. I'm 6'4" in a middle seat. I already want imminent death. I look over and there's this man and he's undoing his belt. I'm going to look over and be like, okay. And then if he actually like exposes himself, I'm going to be like, are you kidding me? But then I'm going to continue to watch and see how far this goes. But also, is he looking at me like direct eye contact? Because then if there's like direct eye contact, I'll be like, okay. But also if it keeps going, I'm going to look around the plane and be like, are you guys seeing this? But also if I'm in that situation of like, okay, it's gone too far, I'm going to stand up. Even when the little bell goes off, like, bing, please stay seated. I'm going to be like, no, there's someone jerking off next to me. But then I'm afraid that there's going to be an air marshal on that plane, and then I get tackled and tased and duct tape, and then I'm the crazy person when the plane lands. But 4 times, I'm sorry, that's a lot. And then he passed out.
That
That's
checks out.
Southwest Airlines. come fly with us. All right, guys, those are your hot stories of the week. Coming up next, we are going to be visited by viral sensation, the world's biggest mouth record holder, Sam Ramsdale. She's got 152,000 Instagram followers and 3 million followers on TikTok. She'll be joining us up next on Just Sayin with Justin Martindale. Welcome back, everybody, to the second half of Just Sayin with Justin Martindale. I am with our very special guest today. I mean, I fell in love with this girl, which is very rare, during the pandemic.
Yes.
You have 152,000 followers on Instagram, 3 million followers on TikTok, and you have the world's largest mouth. Yep. Make some noise.
Yes.
A loud noise for Sam Ramsdale, everyone.
Yes. Largest mouth gape.
Largest mouth gape?
Yes. That
Okay.
is the official title by Guinness. That was Guinness's choice of words, not mine.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm going to be very blunt. I remember the pandemic happening, and I was getting on TikTok because I feel like everyone kind of went towards TikTok.
Yes. Perfect timing.
And you were in my FYP, which is For You page. And you were like, hey, guys. And then all of a sudden, your head became unhinged. And you, like, shoved, I don't even remember what it was, like, in your mouth. And I was like, goobly-goo.
Goobly-goo.
It was alarming.
It's alarming.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's, it was that time where it was the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And, of course, like, everyone else who was trying to make it was like, TikTok was coming up. I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to give it my all. And I was like, what do I have? There's millions of other creators on here, comedians, singers. Like, what do I have that no one else does? I was like, well, I got a big old gate.
It's so cool to see it, like, in person.
I know. Right?
How big is it? How big is the gape?
So the gape, she's 14.5 centimeters wide.
Whoa.
Yeah. Like, it's like, yeah. So, and I'm not even, like, pulling it. Like, I can even pull it, even she goes. With a caliper, too, like, the official measurement tool.
Uh-huh.
Like, it shreds. I mean, there are pictures, You can find it. And
just Google it. Stuff will come
Google
up.
Big Gape. You'll find some stuff.
You're going to find some very interesting stuff.
And what?
What'd you say?
You're going to find very interesting stuff. Because
I'm sure.
Yeah, you'll find some
Googled your name.
I did have a lot of, like, my girlfriends who were like, we have questions. And I'm like, we'll get to them, I promise. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's about a little over 4 inches top to bottom.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so did Guinness, like, reach out to you? Or?
Yeah. So what ended up happening? So, like, I always knew I had a big mouth, obviously.
Same,
like,
but not like yours. Yeah.
Right. It was like, kids made fun of me. I joke a lot about, I was called Fish Girl. Like, remember that?
Fish Girl?
Well, remember, like, Billy the big mouth bass that used to hang on the wall? Take me to
down
the river.
Lock me in the water.
Oh. Yeah, it was very sad. So I always knew, that it was big, but I didn't know that it was, like, world record.
Yeah.
So really, like, I thank, like, the children of TikTok.
The children of TikTok, yes.
The children of TikTok who were like, you need to look into this. Like, they tagged Guinness on all my videos. It was like the children were like, Guinness, see this woman. And they emailed me one day and they were like, you got a
Guinness
big old gape.
Emailed you?
Yeah, they emailed me. Like, they're, like, official. And they were like, we've seen your work and we like it.
Work. Oh, that's so cool.
So, yeah, but it's a crazy process. Like, it took me 6 months from them emailing me to, like, officially get it, because you have to go. I had to get blood tests. I had to get a doctor's note to prove that, like, I'm not on any medication that would, like, stretch out.
You're in LA now. We're all on medication, so don't worry about it. You'll be fine here. Like, girl. What am I not medicated on right now?
Truly. And, like, I had to get a doctor's note to prove I've never had surgery that, like, altered my mouth.
Oh, to enhance it? Like a BBM, a Brazilian bass mouth? Is that...
A BBM. That's amazing. So, like, and I had to get it measured, like, 5 times by, like, I had to prove that there was, like, a certified professional that was doing it. It was, and all this video, I had to get witnesses.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's like I had to put like a whole like record book together for them basically. So, and then they come out, and then like this official woman in like the suit, you know, comes and like watches a dentist basically measure my mouth again, and she brings out the plaque, and they're like, here it is.
Oh, so you got a plaque? Is it like on your wall at home and stuff?
Yes, I know. I would have brought it if
I know. Yeah, I would be carrying that shit everywhere.
Well, that's like I want to like, get it on like a belt.
Get a belt, yeah, like a nice little fanny pack like belt. God, it's so crazy.
Exactly.
Now you live in Connecticut.
Yes.
With your boyfriend James, who is definitely
not locked in my basement.
He is like the highlight. He makes like supporting appearances.
He does.
You do challenges with him. He's very. I feel like he's very balanced towards your energy.
Very much. He is the yin to my yang.
Exactly.
Sure.
I think that's very important. Now, how has he been with this whole like rise to stardom, if you will?
He is like, so he's from Wisconsin. Which like explains a lot of like he's just like go with it, you know. He's like the nicest like Midwestern boy.
Corn-fed.
Yes, like he's literally born and raised in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. So he is just like the best mannered guy. Like he really is like the nicest. Like in person, he's very sweet. Like he seems like he literally wants to die in my videos.
There are those, but I feel like that's probably like a character
part
choice.
Of it, totally.
Where you're like, oh, poor James.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like every partner to like somebody with a big personality is like, oh, okay. Like my boyfriend, he's just like, okay, Justin, let's go home. And I'm like, no. I want to dance on the table.
Like, I couldn't imagine having, like, dating someone who's also like me. It would be an absolute nightmare.
You'd kill each other. It's like two beta fish.
Literally.
Yeah. It's like there can only be one Highlander. Yeah, exactly.
So he's a really good sport. So he's so supportive. It's like, I don't think it would have, you know, with a lot of other guys would be so supportive of, you know, because your girlfriend's like shoving things in her mouth, like on the internet for children.
You know what?
So
content.
It's like,
hashtag content.
Hashtag, you know, it's like you gotta like do stuff that's out of the box these days because like, everything's been done already. You know, it's like the one thing that I do have that's like, you know, not many can do it.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. My algorithm is literally just hot thirst traps.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And it's not like I searched for it. It's like I watched a couple of them. Yeah. Like I watched a couple of them and then they're just like, oh, this is your thing. So I get like just dudes in sweatpants, like biting their lower lip. I get that one guy with the neck tattoos. You know what I'm talking about? Do you get him?
In the gray sweatpants or something.
The gray sweatpants and all he does is like, and like, oh. As my watch, it goes off.
Your watch is like, I found it.
It's like, we got him. He's next week's guest. But it's like, that's all it is. And I'm just like, wait, this is so, like, okay, cool, I get it. But like, so when I see you, like, I'm like, okay, she's shoving things in her mouth. But at the same time, like, you go around the country and, like, find the biggest sandwiches, the, like, craziest sandwiches. And I'm, like, kind of like, this is cool. Like, you're going to, like, Cape Cod. You're going to... You know, you're like New York with these like,
oh my God,
pastrami sandwich. Like, what's the best sandwich? I want to know. Like, I don't know. Like,
it's so
hard.
You have
found.
Yeah, because it is, and I've like done so many now. And there's so many different types of sandwiches, right? There's like cheesesteak, an Italian, a turkey. You know, so it's hard to really compare. But I would say there's one place, Tony Baloney's is really good. Technically, it's in New Jersey.
Okay, I think I remember that one.
I forget. I'm like so bad at geography. I like forget the
New
town.
Jersey? Yeah,
it's like the town that it's in New Jersey.
I'm really bad at geography. New Jersey. Yep.
It's in New Jersey somewhere. Where else? Like Alidoro's really good. Panini Shop. It's tough because like I've never had a bad sandwich. Like that's the other question. Is like,
really?
Have you had one that's like, no, because most of them are places that people are recommending me and are like, now at this point, like my DMs are just like people sending me reels of like sandwiches or, you know, sandwich shops to go check out or big foods. Like now it's just evolved to like, you know, the biggest bagel, a 27-pound bagel. You know, so
do you take it home?
I literally still have it in my freezer.
You just have large foods in your fridge.
I have like a large slice of pizza
with the pasta on it. I saw that one. I showed that to my friends last night. They were like, "Holy God!" I was like, "Yeah, that's a giant piece of pizza."
Yeah, it's like my version of like food prepping. You know, like that's my food prep for the week.
It's just a week's worth of food. Seriously, because I'm like, what do you do if you can't eat all this? You just toss it? I'm like,
that or like I give it to friends, or like, you know, if we're in the city, like I'll, you know, I'll find people like on the streets, literally, like, do you want some? You know.
Are you hitting up some restaurants here in LA?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, have you heard of Red Chicks?
What? No. What's that?
So they have the largest fried chicken sandwich.
Oh, that makes sense. In the world?
Yeah.
Here in LA?
It's like literally 3 feet long. Like it's insane.
Is it one chicken?
No, it is a bunch of different chickens. Like
That's not a sandwich. That's an abomination, Sam. You're eating an experiment that's gone horribly wrong, and rather than them taking it out back and shooting it, they've made it into your lunch.
Well, how would you make one giant fried chicken patty, you know?
You don't. That's why. That's God's plan. That God made that choice. He's like, you know what? This shouldn't be a thing.
True.
But I mean, I get it.
That's hilarious.
Because I feel like everyone now wants to break that record.
I know.
You want to break
you want to
the
go
record.
crazier. Well, that's, it should, at the end of the day, it's going to do
But
well for the kids. The kids will love it.
I want to go into another record that's been broken.
Oh, speaking of.
And you did a TikTok duet with this guy's video.
Yeah. Yes.
This guy says that he has the biggest penis
Yep.
in the world. Which is, I mean, what does he do? Does he call up Guinness and say, like, have I got a dong for you?
I guess so, because it's not like they're reaching out. I mean, maybe they were reaching out to him. But he must have, because I think he even like talks about it in the interview that like I don't even know what this. Did you watch the whole interview?
I did watch the whole interview. His name, this guy's name is Jonah Falcon.
Yeah,
and he is an actor in New York, which I was kind of like okay, and then I IMDb'd him.
Yeah, what has he done?
He has been in the Blacklist.
Shut up.
Yeah, like he's done like some TV and stuff. I mean, nothing like crazy.
I mean, we all know
he was
how
in
he
like
got
the
on
Menendez brothers movie. Which, I thought an axe killed their parents, or a shotgun, but I guess it was his dong. But
literally.
So this man, Jonah Falcon, claims to have the world's biggest penis. He's stunned breakfast TV hosts. I mean, if you're not stunning breakfast TV hosts, are you even a person in 2022?
Breakfast TV hosts.
By showing them an explicit picture live on the air, according to New York actor Jonah Falcon, this penis measures 13.5 inches. Now, how big is your gape?
Yeah, if he keeps. So I did the measure. If he keeps it flaccid, he could fit it in widthwise.
Really?
Because he says flaccid, it's 7 inches.
And hard, it's 13.5.
And hard, so like he just like keeps it flaccid, like in between here. Like we could collab.
Y'all could smash.
We could.
God. Okay.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes,
Yeah.
John.
You guys have worked in Justin. You've worked in TV. The booker has to pitch guests to the host.
Yes.
How do you think this went?
Yeah.
That's a really good question. I don't know. I feel because this
Listen.
is like where was this interview in Australia?
So I think it's England. I think it's from
something
London.
like that,
I think. And I know that male host is also gay.
That's why. That's what it was. This horny old man was like,
Their reactions are
yes,
the best part. The woman's reaction is priceless.
So yeah, we talked about flaccid
Yep.
and hard. So this guy says, here, go back down. He says, for some reason, having a 13+ inch penis means I'm a bad person, or I'm egotistical, or I'm a porn star, or I'm dumb, or I'm a slut, he told Britain's This Morning host. Or I'm a slut.
Shut up.
Also, I'm sick and tired of having people wanting me to measure it in front of them. I've done it 10,000 times. Sounds like he's been on a Southwest Airlines flight. Rather than, again, measuring his penis, because these guys were giving him kind of a hard, no pun intended, time, he shocked the host with a picture of it. So he literally is just like, all right, you want to see it? He goes, this is just for you, so you don't have to do all that imagining. Hellfire, which I think is Hellfire. Congratulations, well done. The anchor says in reaction, and then the woman's reaction says it all. He says, I look down, there's nothing special, Falcon then said. I don't compare it to objects, but then I take it out of the rulers and I take out the rulers and I'm like, okay. This guy, see, here's the thing. Look at this guy.
It's absurd.
I don't
The pants. No.
No.
Not like this. Not like this. We are in a heat wave, and we...
Those pants.
What do you say? Imagine if you were in line somewhere, and this man is behind you. This
can't look.
Frodo Baggins stand-in. Like, what?
I can't look.
This central casting spectacle.
That is...
What material? Are those
Absolutely.
Lycra? Or those...
It like shines. Like the shine.
I see his whole... Like, this is like what in the
That
Boogie Nights
is-
hell is going on here. I'm a star.
That is terrifying.
Here's what I think is going
That
on.
is terrifying. Look at his face. He's like,
Oh,
you guys, you know what's
he's
up.
got definite serial killer vibes. If I can't love you, no one can. Kind of a feel. But
Oh my god.
he needs. If you're gonna go on Britain television, have a stylist. This is just a black shirt with blue like
biker
shorts. Yeah.
That is
And,
upsetting.
I think this is a thing. I think this
upset.
is going to definitely get him into casting more. I think he's definitely going to make some more appearances. I think we need to get Guinness on the phone,
He's
and
gotta
maybe
have
you
Guinness
guys have a
World Record.
collab. If James is cool,
We'll make a TikTok.
a TikTok.
It's upsetting.
Is it though?
I can't stop looking at it.
I know that's what he wants you to do. It's like, yeah,
That is wild.
What's that? What's the beware the groove? That's how I feel like in Emperor's New Groove. Don't
Yeah,
stare
literally.
don't look at the groove.
That is like literally like a third leg.
It's truly terrifying. And I mean,
Terrifying.
I feel like
Good for him though.
right? Because
Good
then
for
I
him.
feel
What
like,
else has
am
he
I
got?
canceled for body shaming? It's like, no, you know what? Own your big dong.
Own it. We
This
love
is a
that
twist
for you.
on SVU. This is definitely a twist. Like, it wasn't me. I was the camera show. I was 2 apartments over, and then you
Right.
find out in the end he was able to do it from 2 apartments over.
And I mean, I don't want to be gross, but couldn't he suck his own dick?
He must.
At I
least
think
the
I
tip.
could get within 12 inches of mine, and I am in terrible shape, so I am sure that he.
Wait,
could-
the whole time?
what? No,
You're
I'm
just
saying,
releasing
I'm
that
saying
information.
if I could bend over, I could probably get within 13 inches of my junk. So I imagine he's tried it.
Oh,
Have you ever tried to do that?
this has been
That-
fun.
that would just-
Sam, everyone. Thank you for
That-
coming in.
That would be very upsetting if I
I
tried
mean, I
to
feel
do
like
it legitimately.
every guy has tried it at least
Yeah,
once or twice.
Well, I want to know how far off I am. I've never thought that I was going to do it and accomplish. Like I never did it to accomplish it. I was just trying to see how
Just
flexible.
you're just curious.
You know what it was when Marilyn Manson, when all
That's
those.
what I'm saying. That if you're a
Yeah.
kid in the 90s,
Yeah.
like there was a
Right.
rumor going around that Marilyn Manson like
Yeah, yeah,
removed
yeah.
several of his ribs to do it.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and then everyone was like, well, if Marilyn Manson can do it.
Yeah.
But now,
Listen.
he's a weirdo and he's canceled for sure. But
Right.
I feel like we definitely need to get the Guinness Book of World Records to measure
Yeah.
this.
Definite collab for sure in the future. I mean, he's in New York. I should DM him.
Just DM him
Be
and
like-
then just like have like don't do anything,
for
but just
fun.
be like
Yeah, just for fun.
Yeah. We'll see how cooperative your boyfriend is with those
I know.
videos.
Or what's the sound you could use on TikTok? You'd be like, "Oh no, our table," or like,
yeah, right.
Or what's another like
A chair crashing.
or
Yeah.
that Doja Cat song like bing. God, I sound like such an old man. I don't even know. I'm trying so hard to like keep it cool with TikTok.
Oh,
Old
that was
Town
good.
Road.
Old Town. Yeah, maybe. I know. I'd have to think of one. I don't know.
But we just had to like bring you, and this isn't why we brought you in to like, hey, look, we got a big dick guy.
We found someone
But it
for
was
you.
the story. But I mean, I feel like going back to the reaction, like, I think he did the appropriate thing because they're all
Yeah.
questioning, like, what's it like? Da 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 da. And he's just like, you know what? Here it is.
Right.
And the woman's like, oh, I wasn't asking for that. I wasn't, I didn't concede to do it. I'm like, well,
Right.
you were like
Right.
asking him about his junk.
Right.
Like, I say go, like a true New Yorker, be like, you want to see it? There it is. You want it? Look at it.
Look at it. Look at it in the
Fear
eye.
it, revere it. The dong.
The dong.
But do we have some food coming?
Oh, we have the food here.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
We have some food. We're going to show you Sam's gaping mouth. And this segment is brought to you in part by Carnies. celebrating the Comedy Store's 50th anniversary. Carnies, a hot dog locomotive late night afternoon delight.
It's food in a Subway car, and it's
Yeah,
the
if
most
you-
amazing thing I've had in West Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a staple on the Sunset Strip
Yeah.
for sure. So thank you to them for supplying us with some food that we are going to shove in our heads.
Yes.
All right, so right here, I think we've agreed on that you are going to try.
Yep.
I don't think is this a chili burger? We want to do the chili burger?
Well, it's the chili burger, but it has also 5 patties. So it's like a quad. No,
It's a
what is it?
quint patty, a
A
quintuplet patty.
Yes.
Okay,
exactly.
so
I don't
I mean,
know.
what do we need to set up? Like,
No, I just.
I'd be curious, have you tried you said you could fit a Big Mac in your mouth. What have
Oh,
you
yeah.
tried
Yeah,
already?
so I've done a Big Mac. I can do a whole Big Mac in one bite. Obviously, a hamburger, like easy squeezy.
that was so like, I'm Nick Lachey, obviously. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
And I can also do a large French fry, so I can fit the entire, like, one by one. I try to see if I can fit every large fry in my mouth.
Wow.
And I can do that.
Is there a Guinness record for that, do you know?
I don't know.
I mean, that's
like
the next
that's
one.
the thing is, like, I could just like keep breaking
going.
records, but you don't get paid for it. Also,
You'll get paid to have a Guinness
No.
World Record?
no, right? So I'm like, well, what's the point?
Yeah, I guess that's the
I'm
Guinness.
not shoving it for nothing.
Yeah, who's got the Guinness record for bullshit? Because,
exactly.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we're going to watch you do your magic. I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of want to take a wait, is that
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
chili
say,
burger?
This is the chili with the 5 patties.
Okay, so that's the chili with the 5
Yeah,
patty.
the
I want to
quintuple
try, this is
That
the,
looks big too.
This is a bacon sausage. I just want to show everyone my Mouth
Yeah, I'm
Gape
just gonna push this to the
for all
side
you
for a sec.
perverts out there.
For all you perverts.
So,
Yeah,
like,
so if you look-
I'm gonna do mine first. So I'm gonna do mine
you
first.
it,
Like,
we'll
here's
compare.
here's one. I've never, and you just like
Yeah,
do that. Okay. Here we go. Ready? I'm gonna
Yep.
get him over here.
Yeah. Oh. That was so
That was
cute.
so. You're like, oh, look at you. Look.
You did great. You did
Thank
great,
you.
sweetie.
You're like, oh.
I was waiting for you to get top to bottom, and you did it. Not many can. That's a big
Well,
girl.
I'm a verse queen. So.
All right. So
All
this
right.
is chili quintuple burger from Carnies. All right. I got it.
Wow.
Boom.
That is
Do you ever
wild.
choke? No.
No.
Yeah.
That's some rookie bullshit.
Damn. Like went through it.
I say I'm a certified mouth professional.
There
Yeah.
are napkins to your left, Justin.
I was gonna say, are there
Huh?
napkin? Do you mind passing me?
Oh
a
yeah.
napkin?
Sorry.
Huh?
I'm like,
He was in awe.
I know. I'm like, oh. I saw it
Like an anaconda.
It's like the myth, the legend in front of you. You know, you're like, oh, I've seen her on TikTok and like all like Instagram and stuff, and now I'm like, wow, she's in person. So saw it
Yeah,
like
it's a real
firsthand.
treat.
You went through all of those.
Yeah, of
Let's see.
course. And that was
I-
even like not even my biggest.
See,
bite.
I barely
just
got
wanna
through.
die
I
on
barely
here.
got through.
But still, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Have you
Okay.
ever choked? I feel like you're in a lucky situation where if you choke, someone could just stick their arm down and pull it out.
Yeah, well, it's more like when I do. So I try to do how many grapes I could fit in my mouth,
Okay.
and that is when it gets risky because those are small, and I'm pushing. I can fit 57.
57 grapes.
Yeah.
God, I wish I had that. I wish we could do like a.
That's on YouTube too, if you want.
Okay.
For
God.
your
Well,
late night pleasure.
you recently went to Pink Dot,
Yes, down
which
the
is
street.
not a grocery store.
Which is not a grocery store, it turns out. Yeah, I talking about LA is very triggering for me. LA is not I'm not mentally
not your
stable
jam?
enough for the city. Yeah. But I Googled grocery stores and Pink Dot, which is literally basically White Claws and dehydrated mango slices.
Yeah.
And
That's what we call lunch here. So that's what we do here in LA. That's
I was
Honey,
like,
I
there's
gotta go
literally
to- I have-
nothing here.
I have to take my Tesla to go pick up some dried mango and White Claw. Do you need anything? Just
some
the dried
dehydrated
mango's fine. But like, let's finish this dessert.
So I got like some muffins. So I thought that
yeah.
would, this was like the only unhealthy thing that I could find in the entire store.
Oh, these are muffins.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're little muffins. So I thought we could try and see if we could do it in one bite.
In one bite. Okay.
Okay. Because these are like pretty. Okay.
They're big muffins.
Yeah. Okay. Ready?
There's no way I can fit this whole thing in my mouth.
You can do it. I have faith.
I'm like really nervous. Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
Are
Ready?
you filming this?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. He's gonna
Yeah.
film this.
You ready?
Wait 1 second.
One. Okay. You tell us when, John.
Go for it.
1, 2, 3. Oh.
Yeah, but Justin looks like he's having a rough time not puking.
Oh my God, that was great.
I did it. I can fit a
Did
whole muffin in
it.
my mouth.
That's amazing. Good for you. Proud of you.
Your mouth gape
My
yin
protege.
and yang. Yeah. Your West Coast gape.
Oh my God, that
Oh my
is
gosh, well,
so funny.
Can you fit that Pringles can in your
yeah.
mouth?
Oh my God.
I mean, we did talk about the guy with the biggest penis.
So,
I just want to see.
This is apparently how big this guy's.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And on that note,
That one's for you, Johan.
we've seen it all. Sam, it is so wonderful to meet you.
So nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carnies, for this amazing,
Yes.
delicious food.
Amazing.
If you're ever on the Sunset Strip, make sure to check out Carnies. Where can people find you? I mean, my God,
Yes.
if you have anything to plug, some shows coming up.
Yes. You can find me Instagram and TikTok, my biggest platform, Sam Ramsdale 5, all one word. I have some shows coming up in May 22nd. I'll be in Boston. I'll be in Stamford May 9th. Philly, June 11th, I just announced. All over. Check out my social media. I post all my stuff on there. So
Very cool. And I will be in Tempe, Arizona Saturday with Heather McDonald, who will not be falling this time. And I will also be at the Brea Improv on April 27th, 8 o'clock. See you guys there. Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure to like and subscribe. Again, if you want a deal, hit up CozyEarth.com for 40% off using code 40Justin. And we'll see you next time on Just Sayin. Bye.
bye.